right, viewers, this is Versus Everything. And this week, we talk the voice crack heard around Alberta. That's right, we talk my wrestling experience, ring announcing with RCW this past weekend. And yes, there is footage of a most embarrassing moment. We also talk the CBC prank show that has the PC's parties, panties in a twist. And speaking of panties, the Albertan Separatists dealt a big blow this week. What's next for them? We'll talk about it. All this and more on Versus Everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is another week of us versus everything. Us being myself, Dr. William Williams, and of course, the Bish. Bish, how's it going, buddy? How are things? You're looking great as per usual.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My voice is a little bit rough, a little bit raw from the screaming I was doing over the weekend at the RCW show. Always so much fun to do that. It's been a good weekend. Been doing a little chilling, doing a little Netflixing, a little yard work. The usual, but yeah, life is good. I can't complain. How about yourself?
I can complain, buddy, and I'm about to.
Oh, I bet.
You know, I don't have a whole lot going on, but one of the main things is I'm trying to get rid of this robo litter. This kitty robo litter is what it's called. It's the good one. You know, you'll see in the news, I have seen in the news anyways, that there's these off-brand robo kitty litters that will strangle the cat. Because it's not.
No way.
Oh, yes. So you got to get the good ones, the brand name ones. And I did. I invested. It was over $1,000 to get this thing. And
$1,000 kitty litter box.
Over.
Holy shit.
And they don't use it. Of course. It's the classic thing. They don't use it. So I gave them a try for a couple of years for them to get into using it. And it's just not going to happen. So I decided to take a hit and put the robo litter up for sale under $1,000, well under $1,000, and put that up on the old Facebook Marketplace, which I don't really deal with a whole lot. I don't like secondhand stuff, and I don't like being part of secondhand stuff. It's just the way that I was raised. My family loved going to yard sales, and it really kind of gave me complex about the whole thing. So
really, I love yard selling. I love it. I love bargain hunting. I love the antique stores. I love the marketplace. I love it.
Well, you should have been Elaine Condon's son, which I'm sure she maybe wishes that as well. Yes, but old William Williams, he does not like it. He will not be a part of it, and I will, to this day, not partake in a yard sale. But I do want to get rid of this thing and try and recoup some money off of this embarrassment purchase. And so I threw it up online a couple of weeks back. Was not getting a lot of love. And then out of nowhere, and if anybody was, it was obviously like a game of them trying to immediately talk me down. Even though I did inflate the price enough to know, like the little dance that you do. You increase it by 10, 15%, knowing that the person is going to offer you 10 or 15% less, and then, you know, it's
go from there.
An awful way that we have developed our society, but there it is. And so I got a couple of those, but not even 10 or 15%. I mean, like I had the thing up there for $750, and I was getting, just outrageous offers of $400 and.
I was going to say 400. Yeah, that's the first place my mind went. Yeah, for sure. If I seen some for 750 like that, I'm going to say, hey, man, 4, and hopefully he'll go 6 and then settle at 5. You know, that's my thought process.
The dance. That's the dance right there. But then last weekend, I get I get a message from a lady, and she doesn't even negotiate. She just wants to come see it. She'll get it right then and there. And so I say, this is great. This is exactly what I want. I don't want to have to negotiate. And, you know, the value of it, I say right in the description, this is the one that will not kill your cats. And so we all know where we stand. And so I get a message from her on a Saturday, and she says, hey, when can I come and see it? And I'm across town, and I say, I will be home at 4 p.m., and you can come and take a look at it then. And she says, okay. And right there's nothing wrong. It seems like everybody is of sane mind. And that quickly evaporates when she, at around 3 o'clock, says, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Don't know how she knows where I live. I'm in the neighborhood. Can I stop by and take a look at it? And I said, I'm not home. I'm coming home at 4. And she's like, okay, fair enough. I guess I'll see you around 4. So I dart home to get there a little bit early so that I can clean the thing up, because I want to make this thing shine and look the best possible way so I can get rid of this. So I'm cleaning it out. Not that it's been used that much, but there is residual cat litter in there, spraying it around. I'm making the place, my entire area, look nice too, so I look respectable, so that this lady feels comfortable coming into my place, and she will want to buy the robo litter. And so I'm cleaning it out, and it's maybe 4:01. And it's done. And I look at my phone, and she says, I get a text from her saying, I guess you're not going to be around for 4. Let's try again tomorrow. She doesn't give me any time.
What do you mean?
As soon as 4 o'clock, she is out, even though we both knew for hours that this was the established time. I will get in touch with you tomorrow, she says. I says, okay, that's fine. Never heard from her again. The next day, I just cannot believe this, that I've put in the time. My place is nicer, but I'd still resent that I did this. And the next day, I get a sad sack message from somebody completely different. And this guy, he starts off the negotiation with, geez, wish it wasn't that expensive. And I'm pissed. All right. Like immediately, I'm pissed off. And I'm sitting on it for a bit, that this is the guy's opening negotiation. And throughout the day, I go, I got to hear what this motherfucker thinks he wants to pay for this. What is his offer? So I humor him, and I write him back, and I go, and he pushes back. He writes back, oh, not enough to buy this. You know, he won't tell me the number. And now I got to know. And so I'm negotiating against myself. I can write him back. I go, you never know. You're surprised, right? You never know unless you ask, what do you want? How much?
Did he at least offer 200? Did he at least offer 200?
He comes back with 250.
250.
And I go, this is $1,000 less than what I bought the fucking thing for in the first place. But I've gone through the trouble of cleaning it up, and I want to get rid of it. So I ruminate on it, and I say, buddy, it's your lucky day. You can have it for $300. I try to push him up just to give me an extra $50 so I could say that I got a loss of less than $1,000. He doesn't budge. This guy's a pro. $250 is all he's got. Sad face. And I says, all right, fine. Look, I'm home now. I'm home now. The rest of the day, come by, pick it up. It's yours for $250. Never heard from him again. So I still got the fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was just a really demeaning experience overall. It's sort of like even though I didn't sell it for $250, I might as well at this point, because I mean my pride has already been smashed and broken. So it's just as well that the thing is gone, but it's not. So now I have $250, and the thing is just sitting there. I'm gonna have to clean it again if somebody else ever makes another offer. So I've heard this about Marketplace, and I gotta say it's the worst experience of all time.
That's crazy, because I've had nothing but good experiences with Marketplace. I've sold a bunch of things. I've sold old PlayStations. I've sold old tools. I've sold a bunch of shit. I've even had to go down to the deepest, darkest depths of the Red Deer ghetto you can possibly get. It's just sketchy people all over the place. And not a problem. Not a problem. They came to my car and gave me the money, and everything's all good.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I've had nothing but good experiences with Marketplace, so that's unfortunate.
Thank you.
You've had to experience
well, I'm
this.
glad to hear that things are working out for you, especially after what happened to you this past weekend when things did not really work out for you, Aaron. You had your big show here. Was it the 25th anniversary or something like that?
third anniversary tour, yes, kicked off here in Innisfail for RCW this past week, and I had the opportunity to, of course, do my ring announcing duties. And as you mentioned, nothing ever goes quite as planned all the time. This time, I mean, last time I had my shirt ripped off and I had to ring announce.
Yes.
That's
right.
In my bare chest, belly sticking out, just absolutely humiliating. This time, it's on my own accord. Let's see if you can hear what happens here.
From Isle of the Philippines, weighing 205 pounds, Mercedes!
Ouch. Yeah. Now, I mean, I got to say, I am not surprised because I can tell that you're giving her every time. And I wonder, do you do vocal warm-ups before you start these things, or you just go out there raw dogging it?
I'm just going out there raw dogging it.
You got to look up
your vocal. 205 pounds, Mercedes!
Oh, that's... So what was
unfortunate?
What was the reaction to that? Did anybody notice?
No one really. No, I don't think so. Like I kind of just like blacked out of my own mind a little bit. Like voice cracking right now. I kind of just like blacked out a little bit. Honestly, like just like oh my god, just like what happened. So I don't really know if people around me reacted to it. No one gave me shit for it, so that's good. But
so
yeah,
what was your thoughts when it happened? Like, why do you think it happened, and what happened afterwards?
I just think I was just streaming too much. I've been streaming the whole night. This is the last match, right? This is the main event now. So
that'll do it.
You know, this is the sixth match of the night. You know, as you know, like I'm giving her the whole night just the way it happened, man. Just maybe next time I will do some vocal exercises, like you said. Maybe have some tea or something like that.
Lozenges.
Maybe.
Are you talking in between the match and stuff like that too? Are you screaming at people in between matches, or?
I'm not screaming at no. The most I'll do is like, oh my god, there's another thing. The most I'll do is promote 50-50s and stuff like that, which I was doing at this show because every show that I've done up to this point, there's been a 50-50. So I'm throughout this whole show promoting the 50-50, and then right before the main event, I go to the lady at the front desk who usually sells the tickets, and I'm like, are you guys doing the 50-50 draw after this? And she's like, there's no 50-50 tonight. People have been coming up to me all night asking for 50-50 tickets. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, every show I've done so far, there's been a 50-50. And she's like, not this time. The Legion doesn't 50-50s. There's no 50-50s. She was so mad at me. So I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, well, you got to this. Your voice is now it's your tool, right? It's your working implement. You got to take care of that stuff. It's like sound guys. Like they wear earmuffs when they aren't working, and you maybe like the night before. You give your voice a rest. You just stop talking completely. Like Michael Buffer, I'm sure, does that. Just completely give the vocal cords some rest. And maybe, in fact, look up and see what kind of techniques he did, because he nailed it every time, you know?
He did.
You know, you're going to be doing this for years. You got to take care of your voice.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I wanted to show a little clip here. I was doing the ring announcing for Krieger, and he comes up out of nowhere. This little unplanned stuff. I didn't know what he was going to do here. He just gets in my face as I'm. Better turn that down. We don't want a copyright here.
Yes, good call.
But anyway, there's something I really wanted to show was at the end of the main event here.
So, well, how was the main event? It
was good. This is a triple threat, actually. They did the Innisfail tag team, the guy from Innisfail. They did the tag team match as the semi-main. Surprising me, I thought they were going to go for, obviously, the homeboy in the main event. But they did this here, a triple threat for the Alberta Heritage Championship. And towards the end of the match, I had the championship belt. I brought it back with me. Right to the table. Here's the finish.
Here is your winner. It's still the Alberta Heritage Champion, A.B.C.
I don't know if you noticed the referee the whole time, and as I'm doing that, he's saying, "Where's the championship belt? Where's the championship belt?" Did you see his movements?
Yeah.
Check the referee.
Let's see that again.
Right there. Say, "Where's the championship belt? Where's the belt?" He is losing his mind at me right there. He's so mad. So once I finally figure it out, he just snatches the belt from me, and he snatches it from me. He's like, "It's the most important fucking thing."
Wow. I mean, that's a rough night at the office there. Go back. I want to see you walking back there. I want to see you walking back.
Was I dejected?
Yeah, it looks a little. You look a little. Let's see. Oh. Oh, God. Hard night.
Hard night in the office, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, well, look, you're still getting used to it. What is this? Your third show or so? Like, you're still like...
My fifth show. I'm still greener and goose shit. So, yeah. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to give myself grace on that one. I mean, I know better now. I'm just going to leave the belt in the corner of the ring.
Yeah, where...
For now on, for championship matches.
Leave it in the ring, or...
No, you're supposed to take it, but you're supposed to like have it nearby. So I just wasn't nearby. I was watching the match at the table. I wasn't near the ring, and I should have had the championship belt ready to go, But I guess, yeah, he just said, I talked to the referee afterwards, and he said next time we'll just leave the belts in the corner and just leave them there and don't bother. But I'm still going to take like the ring, like some of the responsibilities of the ring announcer is to take the ring gear and all the other stuff that people take off in the ring and then bring them to the back, right? So I was just doing that. Like I took the ring gear, I took the championship belt. I wasn't thinking, and I should have just left the belt there. So, but that's what I'll do for now. I'm just going to leave the belt in the ring in the corner. So yeah, live and learn.
To me, the 50-50 thing is the bigger story.
Oh, the 50-50 thing. That was so stupid of me. Yeah. I just assumed the whole night. I must have plugged it 3 or 4 times, man. And then I went back to Steve because it was his wife who got mad at me, and he's laughing his ass off, right? Like, so he must have knew it. He was just ribbing me. He likes to rib me sometimes.
Yeah.
He'll tell me. Like one time he told me that the name of a wrestler was Toxic Tyler Rose, when it's supposed to be Tango Tyler Rose. Because Toxic is another wrestler, the same name, and the wrestler got mad at me in the ring for announcing him that, and Steve's just laughing his ass off in the corner. So they're all having fun at my expense. It is what it is. I don't blame them. I'm brand new.
Now you're taking you're taking those pranks pretty good, but you know who hasn't been taking pranks very good?
Great segue.
Thank you. The conservatives.
PC party.
The conservatives, yes. It's the federal conservatives, and it's not even just, it is mainly the conservative party that is talking about this. But, Aaron, it's hit the news last week that there's been a CBC/APTN, both are publicly funded networks here in Canada. CBC is, of course, the state broadcaster, and APTN is the Aboriginal television network. And they have been working on a show together called Counting Coup. And so the controversy is that this show is like a prank show, kind of like a Borat show, they say. And the idea behind it is that they get people who have more conservative ideas, or maybe ideas that go against the official narrative, a popular narrative in Canada, and basically humiliate them. So they tried to get a wide array of federal and provincial politicians to come to the studio, and sometimes these people could their big mistake could be that they believe John A. Macdonald is not that bad of a guy, and then there's other people such as Dr. Francis Widdowson, who believes that the Kamloops graves should be overturned, or should be, what's the word I'm looking for? They
Exhumed?
should be
Exhumed?
Exhumed, yes, thank you, Aaron. Beautiful. She believes that the Kamloops Indigenous Children's School graves should be exhumed because, as of now, there's been no confirmation that there's any bodies there at all. And she has gotten fired for this belief, and it's very controversial. She goes to universities and will stage protests, and she has been kicked out of everywhere that she goes, kind of thing. And anyways, so the idea behind this prank show is to sort of call these people out. A lot of people didn't take the bait, and some who delicately would suggest they're a bit naive did take the bait, and they were flown out to CBC Studios, and one way or another were sort of put in an uncomfortable position and revealed that the whole thing was a farce and set up. So now, I haven't heard too much the pro-show side, that the people that don't think that this is that big of a deal. I've been hearing a lot of outcry from people who are upset about it, and they think that public broadcasting shouldn't be doing these things. My take on it is that they would be much better off not talking about it at all, because now this show that doesn't sound like it was going to be that funny or that notable has just been getting a lot of press, and they are gaining momentum that when the show is eventually aired, it's going to end up being a pretty big ratings bonanza in terms of Canadian television anyways. Aaron, I don't know how much you know about this, but what's your take on it? Do you think that the CBC should be investing tax dollars into prank shows about such controversial and touchy subjects?
Absolutely. If we can't make fun of ourselves in the most touchy of subjects, then what can we do? It's a good way to release, it's good way to laugh at ourselves. But all that being said and done, the PCs should have done their own fucking research and realize what kind of show they're going to go on, instead of just being, oh, okay, and just, I don't know. To me, I'm not going to go on some random TV show without knowing what TV show I'm going to be going on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be knowing what I'm going to be going on. Like, I need to know. So the fact that these PCs were just so willy-nilly, I don't know. It's their own fault. It's their own fault.
Now, I got to say that it isn't necessarily all people with the PC party. And to clarify, although they did reach out to a lot of conservative MPs, those people didn't fall for it because they're not as naive. Yeah, because, I mean, one of the people that was a big, his whole deal was that he is a John A. MacDonald supporter. When he was interviewed, he said, and this is an older guy, he's like in his 70s, he said that the CBC has never taken an interest in him in his entire career. And then all of a sudden they show up, they say, hey, we're going to fly you out, we're going to pay for you to be on the show, and we just want you to talk about all this stuff, and this is a show that is supporting your viewpoint. You really should have some alarm bells going off saying, and these are all academics too, these people are supposed to be the smartest of us, and but I think that they probably saw the dollar signs, the free trip, the finally CBC is going to give them some attention, and so they kind of went into tunnel mode vision and didn't really think about, if something seems to be too good to be true, it probably is, right?
Of course, yeah.
So anyways, the show is supposed to be, like I said, a Borat, Nathan For You kind of comedy show. Examples of the pranks that I've heard from this doesn't seem to be too funny, but whatever. I mean, comedy is completely subjective. Just because I don't think something is funny doesn't mean that the country as a whole will believe. I mean, I got a movie that's going to be coming out this year that will offend a lot of people, I'm sure. And
I bet.
Yeah, so I hope that I am extended the same grace that I'm extending these people now, that just because I don't find something funny doesn't mean nobody else should be allowed to enjoy it.
Right.
But exactly. We'll see, we'll see. The other thing is that is a co-production with the Americans. There's a bunch of American producers on this. And to me, that's a way bigger story, is that Mark Carney and his pro-Canadian elbows up bullshit is just that. It's bullshit. They are giving money to American production companies to produce Canadian TV shows when we have plenty of those up here already. Yeah, that gives you something to think about. Hey,
That is kind of bullshit. I agree. I'm not going to defend everything Mark Carney does just because. If that is the case, if he is giving money to American companies like that instead of using local Canadian, then yeah, that is kind of bullshit.
It's bullshit. And the CBC never gives me any. I never got any money from the CBC in my life. And I'm one of the most acclaimed filmmakers in all of Canada, certainly the best in Newfoundland and Labrador. CBC doesn't want anything to do with me because of my controversial thoughts on society, and it's not even a right wing or a left wing thing. It's a I don't know what it is, actually. I have no idea what I'm up against. No, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what my problem is, but I certainly have one, and I got a chip on my shoulder for a while. And a lot of people, especially since the beginning of the show, have been reaching out to me and asking. Well, I mean, even before the show, when I started to run for the PCs, reaching out, wondering what the deal is here. What is it that I am? What is real? What is not real? William Williams, we thought we knew you. Are you a racist? Do you believe that white people are the supreme race? No, of course not. Of course not. I don't believe that.
That's good. I'm glad you don't.
Thank you. Setting the record straight. So give me the money here, you know? I got a movie that's coming out. It's called White People Helping, but it's sarcastic. It's anti-white, really. It's actually very anti-white. So whatever the opposite of a white supremacist is. But, I still don't like any other... Yeah. I don't know. It's tricky.
Audience, enjoy these episodes while you can, because we're not going to be around in here from now. We're going to be canceled.
Yeah. I wish we could get canceled. I wish that we had the type of viewership, Aaron, that these things could result in some sort of backlash instead of people coming to us that are already in our personal life and saying, we don't like this. We are not enjoying the gay show script readings, the spicy takes. But that being said, viewership in YouTube seems to be down across the board. And with that, I wanted to bring up our next thing, which was last week you stumbled upon a gold mine, Aaron, when you happened to mention MrBeast.
Okay.
And at the time, we both admitted that we don't know much about MrBeast. I don't know. I haven't done any research on him since. I don't know if you have.
Me neither. Nope.
But I tell you this, that little clip that we did Ace's numbers. People want to hear about MrBeast. So now,
really,
coincidentally, while MrBeast is out doing these cross promotions, his viewership is down 50% is what the news is now.
Woof.
And so that means he used to be able to he was pulling, can you believe this, 400 to 900 million views per month.
Wow, holy shit. That's insane.
And now he's getting 60 to 100 million views, which I would kill for that. I would kill for that. But I mean, I'm sure he's probably pretty worried about it. His response is that everybody's views are down. And I did get a notice, and maybe, I don't know how aware you are, but I did get a notice that there has been something going on within YouTube where they are rearranging their algorithm that has caused, across the board, everybody's views to dive. So it's not us. It's not me and you that's the problem. It's the algorithm.
It's not the content. It's the algorithm. Gotcha.
That's right. The content is strong. The content is good. Each week we are coming back with stronger and stronger content, and I believe in it. But the algorithm is the algorithm, and we are all a slave to this algorithm. And so until they get that fixed up, MrBeast is going to be down in embarrassing numbers of less than 100 million, topping out at maybe 100 million views. Pathetic.
Pathetic. Lame.
Time to give up, MrBeast. Time to give up.
Mr. Yeast Infection.
Nice. Now, people do blame MrBeast for the MrBeastification of YouTube. And so what that means is if you go and you see people, this is what MrBeast likes to do. He likes to put people in situations where they have to sacrifice something in order to get money. But the lesson that he wants to teach everybody is that money isn't everything. So I don't know how he's been doing this for years. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's been his winning formula. So it's stuff like, can you stay in an underground bunker with a complete stranger for 6 months and we'll give you $1 million each, only if both of you guys stay down there. And then when they do it, the lesson is the friendship that was made along the way or something like that.
No, it's the money. It's not the friendship.
No.
I guarantee you, as soon as those two people are out of that cave or bunker or wherever the fuck they are, they're never talking to each other ever again.
No. Can you imagine the unspeakable things that had to have taken place down there over a 6-month time span? You're not going to want to take a look at this person again. I think it would actually be, now that we're saying this, I think it might actually even be more interesting if you do a 6-month thing with somebody two people that like work together. They're not friends, but they will have to see each other after this. And what do? How long can you last?
Quits first.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're both getting $1 million, they're not keeping that job.
That's true.
Well, I don't know.
Although with taxes,
if I did do something for $1 million, I would keep my job I currently have. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're working from home, so in this,
it's different.
Yeah, in this situation, you would be probably there with your wife, and you guys are going to be seeing each other afterwards. So, anyways, I don't even know if that's an actual thing that he did. I kind of just made that up off the top of my head, but this is the thing that he does. He likes putting people in weird social experiments and offering them money, and but trying to teach them a lesson. And this guy, this MrBeast, he's like he's in his mid-20s or something like that. Who is he? Who is he? Who is MrBeast to go around teaching people life lessons?
Right?
What does he know?
All he did was become a YouTube content creator who got rich off that. What does he know about life?
You know how he got big?
Know.
You know how he got big? He got big by live streaming. I don't know if it was a live stream, but he got big by making a video of him counting to 100,000.
What?
Yeah. That was his first big video.
Okay, I can do that. Pay me millions.
Well, see, I think the thing is that you got to be the first one to do it, I suppose.
What if I counted to 1 million?
I mean, I think that would take you, well, like, what's 1 million seconds at the very least? If you're saying a number every second, I think you're probably what's the math on
1 million
that?
seconds. 1 million seconds is 11 days, 13 hours, 46 minutes, and 40 seconds.
Right. And that's if you are just constantly going, not sleeping for that time. So I would say that you would take probably the better half of a month, I would say. 21 days, maybe 20. That's a punishment.
Who would actually watch that? Who would actually watch that? That's
People are
nuts.
crazy, yeah. If this channel was a channel where we were silently playing video games and not even doing that well, like if it was just a live stream or whatever of Let's Plays or whatever, we would be rolling in money. I don't know how to play video games. That's my...
I suck at them.
Yeah.
I play them, but I suck at them. I play Catan on my PlayStation 5. I have 2,000 hours put on my Catan game right now on my PS5.
If you were just live streaming that, then who knows where you would be.
Who knows? Maybe I should start live streaming that shit, man. People start learning how to play.
Yeah.
I'm cutthroat, man. I'm cutthroat. I'll ask for a trade. Someone says yes, I'll deny it, and then I'll take a knight or a knife. Yeah, a knight, and then I'll steal the card that I wanted to trade for. I'm such a little bitch.
This is Settlers of Catan.
Settlers of Catan. Yeah. Did you ever play it?
No, I know of it though. It's like it's kind of like a
it's kind of like Risk almost.
Yeah. And are you playing against real people?
Real people, yeah.
I was thinking of getting into Civilization.
That's a good game. Those are good games. I mean, like I used to play like Civ 3, Civ 4. They're up to like Civ 7 now, I think.
Yes.
But the last one I played was Civ 5. So I do enjoy the Civ games. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I've heard that Civ 5 is still the best. That the Civ 6 and Civ 7 lack in a way.
I agree. I think Civ 3 and Civ 5 are the best, yeah.
So, that was a business plan of mine just a couple of months ago, was to learn how to play Civ 5 and live stream
Stream yourself.
Well, instead, I decided to do this to let my inner demons come out, and I just whatever this is. This is what I've decided to just completely destroy my reputation.
Speaking of inner demons, let's do some gambling.
Yes. All right. So here we are. This is third or fourth week of doing our playoffs, NBA, NHL playoffs. Aaron, have you been doing any deals, any betting on the side? I have not heard from you very much this past week.
No, I have not been doing anything on the side this week. Decided to take a little break. Yeah.
Good. I like to,
But as of right now, this is the NBA playoff bracket. We are getting down to the nitty gritty. So the Cavaliers ended up beating the Pistons, and the Knicks ended up beating the Philadelphia 76ers. So right now, in the semi-championships, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. Holy dog shit.
Wow.
Oh my God. And then on the other side, much better. Much better. The Thunder ended up eliminating the Lakers, so there's no Bron and Bronny championship run there. Nope. And the Spurs ended up beating the Timberwolves. So right now we have the defending champs OKC Thunder and the Spurs on the West. And as I said, we have the Cavaliers and the Knicks on the East. As far as gambling goes, I think I'm up $20 total, but right now, this is it. We're almost down there. So what do you think, Condon? We have the OKC Thunder, defending champs, versus the San Antonio Spurs, two amazing, great physical teams. And then we have the hot dog shit that is the Cavaliers and the Knicks. Who do you got first between the Thunder and the Spurs?
If I get to choose, then I guess I'm going to go with the champs.
Champs?
Yeah. That's going to be my pick.
Right.
I appreciate you letting me have the first one on that.
Yes, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I kind of want to go for the Spurs anyway. I think they might actually come out on top, so I'm taking the Spurs.
Now, how did the last series for each of them end? I know that Thunder pretty much demolished the Lakers, didn't they?
They swept Lakers 4-0. San Antonio won their series 4-2. The last game was a blowout, 139-109. Just domination station.
Yeah.
The Knicks also swept the 76ers, which is crazy, 144-114 in the last game. I mean, I heard people say all year, don't sleep on the Knicks, but they're the Knicks. But here they are in the semis. I'm sure Spike Lee is just creaming himself right now.
Ben Stiller's there all the time.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
And then Cleveland just squeaked by the Pistons 4-3.
That's too bad. I like Detroit. Well, I'll let you pick this one. I'll let you pick your poison in this one if you
all right.
actually have the stomach to be able to pick the Knicks. Then
I am going to have the stomach. I'm going to take the Knicks.
Wow.
I'm going to take them. Yeah.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
And then once we get down to the championships, I'm sure we will have some sort of punishment on top of the gambling just to make things just a little bit more fun and extra.
Agreed.
All right. Now let's get to the NHL playoff bracket here. The Hurricanes ended up beating the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0.
Yeah.
They move on. Tonight, we have Game 7 between the Sabres and the Canadiens. Woo! Condon, I think you have
Sabres.
The Canadiens. Oh, you have the Sabres. Okay,
you
have the Sabres. Are the Canadiens. That's going to be a good game. Last game, the Sabres just demolished the Canadiens 8-3. I think the score was.
Yeah, so, it was wild because the Habs came out 3 goals, 3 shots, and Sabres pulled their goalie and then ended up winning 8-3. Was it? They didn't score again.
8-3. Yeah,
that's craziness. The series, Montreal is just such a weird team because they won Game 7 with like less than 10 shots on goal against the Lightning. They don't seem like they're that good of a team.
No, but
they're getting it done.
By somehow they're getting it done. Yeah, they're getting it done.
And they do have Newfoundland local hero Alex Newhook on there, who's doing pretty good as the apple of the eye here. And people are already saying that we're going to be naming a highway after him if they win.
Just like Gushu. Yeah, Adam.
Look what happened to him. Gushu's an American now. Anyways.
Is he? No, he's not.
He just got hired by the Curling USA. Yeah, he's going to be one of the coaches.
No. Wow. All right.
Money.
I'm just disappointed. I am very disappointed.
So are a lot of people here. I'd take that money, man. I mean,
I would take it too. Like, I'm not, judging him. I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Does not winning a gold medal at the Olympics for the first time in Newfoundland history,
of course, it means something.
Afford you the opportunity to take the best opportunity for your family? But it is a controversial thing here. But I mean, this is Newfoundland. Newfoundland does not like seeing other people get success unless it's the way that they want them to see that success.
Fair enough.
Story of my life,
Speaking of success, the Avalanche and the Golden Knights both move on to the semis.
Yes.
That is going to be one hell of a series. I believe I had the Golden Knights, you had the Avalanche, so we are even there. I believe we're going to keep the same. You're going to keep rolling with the Avs. I'm going to keep rolling with the Knights.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right. And, we'll find out who the Hurricanes face after tonight. Great stuff.
Whoever wins that series between the Habs and the Sabres is going to be my hopeful win.
You're picking them. Okay, so I'll preemptively take Carolina.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I mean, that's the smart pick, but just Carolina is such an uninteresting team. I would love
I know.
it. Yeah, I would love it if the finals was the Canadiens versus the Avalanche, and it's the Patrick Waugh finals.
Man, that would be sick.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah. So that's my hope. Even though I do have Buffalo riding for tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Speaking of riding Buffalo for tonight,
come on, there's not. I don't even know what you're segueing to, but there's no way that that's a good one.
We have the sports odds here for this evening between the Canadiens and the Sabres.
Okay.
Sabres at home, not bad, 1.86. Canadiens on the road, 1.99. My goodness gracious. After the thrashing Buffalo gave Montreal, you got to think Buffalo's moving on, right? You have to think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they punched Montreal in the mouth and they want to, I don't know if they got a fire lit under them tonight. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, if we knew the answers to that, we'd be rich.
Exactly.
My inclination is the big thing for me is who is Buffalo going to start tonight? Is it going to be the goalie that got them there or the goalie that is just sort of gotten hot in the last, in the last game or so? It's a tricky decision.
It is a tricky decision, but, just speaking of this, man, to Buffalo to win by 2 goals is a 3.04 odd. After last game, I think we should be smashed accepting this all day, all night long. Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Let's do that one. And Vegas and the Avalanche. Oh, my God.
Does that start tonight?
That is on the 20th, so 2 days from now.
Wow, yeah.
But if we're just doing tonight, the Spurs and the Thunder start their series tonight. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. They have the over here, over 221 points at a 1.94. I like that. I think we smashed accept that one.
Just to go back to the hockey here for a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Just taking a look at the Sabres and the Habs. Going up to this, every game has been, except for one, every game has been at least 2 points.
Difference. Nice.
At least. Yeah.
At least. Yeah, man, those 3.04 odds on Buffalo, yeah, that sounds attractive right now. That sounds very, very sexy. I like that. So, yeah, tonight we're going to take Buffalo Sabres, 3.04 to win by 2 goals, minus 1.5 on the playoff sheets here, and then on the betting sheets here. And then, of course, the Spurs and the Thunder, I think, as I said, it's going to be a high-scoring affair. All of the games have been high-scoring up to this point. 1.94 odds. Let's get rich.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right. So what's next on the agenda, my friend?
Well, it was a disappointing week for your sworn enemies in the Alberta Separatists. As their petition, which was finally submitted after weeks and weeks, months even, I guess, of getting whoever they could to just get their 300,000 signatures, got thrown out immediately.
Yep, and now Danielle Smith is saying they're going to appeal the decision. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
I mean, Danielle Smith is a traitor to this country, and she should be stripped of all of her powers and thrown in front of a court and thrown into a gulag for betraying the state, the country like this. And now, I mean, I understand where she's coming from in a sense, because all of those separatists are her voters. And you can guarantee that each one of those people will go and vote in the next election. It's not like these people, anybody that goes out and is signing these petitions, they are 100% voting in all elections. They're the ones. And it's just unfortunate that the vote of somebody like yourself counts as much as an idiot. And so you got to appeal to these idiots. And so she's threading a needle here in trying to keep this base, which I don't know what the last election was like, but she's a traitor, and she should get some balls and stand up for the right thing to do, which is be part of this, because the Separatists are never going to win. And every time people are, we just want to be able to have our say. And it's bullshit. And these people are traitors, they're treacherous, and in a different time, in the inception of countries, America, Canada, the UK, all Western civilization, you would be thrown in jail for trying to break up the country like this. And we have been too understanding, too patient because of Quebec for whatever reason, but we shouldn't have been doing it like that either. By just humoring Quebec, we're seeing now that even in Newfoundland, you have a separatist movement that does not have nearly enough steam, but just to be able to consider it is outrageous. And Daniel Smith should be made an example of so that we can snuff this stuff out and move on.
I agree. And I'm just trying to find a tweet here. I can't seem to find it right now, but Jeffrey Rath, one of the leaders or the main leaders of the Separatist Party, he's down in Texas right now. He's one of the main reasons the voter database got leaked, and he's refusing to cooperate with officials, and he just decided to take off down to Texas, and he was tweeting down Texas that the Americans were going to help him out, that they were being backed, like the movement were being backed by the Americans. It's like he's actually not even trying to hide it, right? He's actually saying what we've all been saying all along, is that this shit has been a play by Trump, and it's absolutely asinine how these rednecks are actually falling for this bullshit. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you separatists?
They're idiots.
What is wrong with you?
They think they're paying $70 for gallons of milk, and that they have to, spend thousands of dollars to have a steak.
You think you're not going to pay any taxes? Taxes are just going to disappear?
They believe
how are we pay for roads, infrastructure? Oh my God, there's so many things that taxes pay for that we are going to have to pay for. Oh my God.
I can't believe that you have to live with this. You're living inside this. It's completely bizarre. It's delusional. And these people obviously have no concept of history and what happens whenever a coup like this, no matter if it's a military coup or if it's something where you are asked for your independence and you're given it, like that kind of vacuum that happens afterwards. You think that it's just going to be everybody agreeing with each other? Part of me wants to see Alberta separate just so that these people could see what happens. That they think that they're granted their independence and then they're going to all of a sudden be like, what, hippies and like everybody's going to agree with each other? Or is it just going to be a bunch of retards that fight each other for power, and it just becomes like over a shithole where people are just bathing in crude oil and pleading for the Americans to come and teach them how to keep the electricity running?
You got it. You nailed it. It's yeah. I don't know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say about it.
I think it's interesting that there is a pro-Canada petition that has been around for the Forever Canadian petition, which I never heard of until today, and they have over 450,000 voters as signatures. Mm-hmm. They have over 450,000 signatures that say they want to stay within Canada. So even on a unofficial level, they're completely tanking and overtaking the Separatists.
Well, here's another thing. Alberta last year or a couple years ago, were, I think, $4.5 billion surplus. And right now, as of today, it's like $9.5 billion deficit or something like that. Where did the money go? What's going on? I mean, holy shit. You can't tell me that Danielle Smith and the government just, I don't know, what happened to the money? You can't blame all that on oil prices.
No.
You can't blame it all on oil prices. And if it is oil, then why the fuck are you trying to separate and have all your eggs in one basket with the oil company?
Well, yes. Yes, because you look at a country like Venezuela, where their entire economy is the oil industry, and oil is so unstable that you can't plan ahead. It was the same as Newfoundland. You cannot tie your entire economy just to oil because there is no stability in it. So it's just, I wish we could get some more just footage of these people out and trying to justify and see you hammering them. I love that clip that you did of hammering this
Floyd.
Yes, Floyd.
Floyd the Separatist.
Floyd the Separatist. I mean, this is a guy that thinks that he can envision a future, and you push him on anything, and people like him on anything, and they just say, hey, we just want to have our day. We're just saying we want to just, explore it. And completely brainwashed by this other moron who's ran down to Texas. And
speaking of Floyd the Separatist, by the way, do you remember the price of steak that he was saying?
It was like $70.
$50, $70.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this on the screen? Can you see the pictures of this meat right here? Pricing of the steaks that I took?
Yeah. When was this? What does it say? Tell the viewers.
This is a couple weeks ago. $16.87, $15.33. And then I got another, this is the AAA boneless beef tip here, the good stuff here. So this is $25.
Completely affordable. That's
completely fucking affordable. Go fuck yourself, Separatists. Holy shit.
They don't know what's going on. It's so my mom was over in the UK a couple of months ago, and if you're keeping up with anything about what the situation is over the UK, they'll say that it's completely overrun by third world immigrants, and that the UK is in danger of losing their entire culture because of this. And my mom went over there and was like, it looks the exact same. There's nothing noticeable about it. And I think it's the same thing with the Separatists, and even Canada-wide. There's this alarm that's going off about how many immigrants we've left in, and we're going to lose the Canadian identity because of it. And then you go look around, it's like not true. People are like, where's Floyd getting his numbers from when it comes to steak? Because surely he's not going to the same place you are. He's reading about it
And the immigrant stuff pisses me off too. William Williams. It really pisses me off because I had a job working down the street here for years at a flight training school, and I worked with a bunch of East Indian flight instructors. I worked with a bunch of Chinese students that came straight from China. My street right here, I got a bunch of neighbors who are East Indian, and these people are so awesome. They're so amazing. They're so nice, and I would rather have them as my neighbors any fucking day of the week than any asshole, redneck asshole claiming to be pro-Canada or whatever and being just a racist fucking piece of shit. I love these people, and there's nothing non-Canada about what's going on here. We all have a very good community. We're all safe. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's more non-Canadian? The people who come here and are contributing, or the people that are actively trying to leave?
Yeah,
so you can't.
And it's a shame because my neighbor, sorry to cut you off, but my neighbor who was here for 5 years, they had a little kid. She was going to school here, and she got bullied so much by racism that they had to move to another part of Alberta.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, and it sucks.
It does, yeah. You hear stuff like that happening out here, too, in Newfoundland, and it's a shame because the Newfoundland population is rising, and because you do see, I mean, the new Canadians, the people that are immigrating here, you can tell who they are visibly, and so it's easier to point them out. But when it comes to where the real problem is in Newfoundland and Labrador, it isn't the immigrants that are coming here that are working hard, that are living in apartment situations where there's 3 or 4 of them, and they're sleeping on floors and stuff like that. The issue in Newfoundland specifically is coming from people who moved here from Ontario in 2020 and sold their $1 million houses in Toronto, and and they have some distant relation to Newfoundland and came and bought a house for a quarter of the cost, and are now they are either buying up all of the real estate and living in it themselves, or they're buying up the real estate and they are renting out everything and jacking up the prices, converting everything into an Airbnb. And people are turning around and saying, oh, it's the immigrants that are causing these problems, when it's not. It's Ontario.
It's other Canadians.
It's other Canadians. These pompous idiots from Ontario. And so I've seen so much when you go onto the dating sites of these Ontario women that came down here with their Newfoundland man and then discovered that his drinking is probably a little bit too much for them. So they split up. She stays here and gets into some, she's doing some artisan soap company, and she's voting Liberal. And so this is why in St. John's you have a huge influx of Liberal voters who, they say, oh, I'm a newfie. I got screeched in down at Christians. I'm just like you guys. Hey, bye. I'm a come from away, and I'm voting Liberal. And it's the reason for the destruction of our culture. It has nothing to do with new Canadians that are coming here who love the culture, who love the people, and they are getting blamed for things when really, the real issue is white Ontario women. And it always has been.
And just to be clear, voting Liberal is not the problem. It's the actions of these people coming down to Newfoundland and, as you said, buying the real estate and jacking up the price and all that Ontario, Toronto mindset bullshit that they're bringing with them.
I think it is a problem that they're voting for the Liberals or the NDP too, because we're seeing a big influx of that, but we'll agree to disagree on that. But I want people out there to know, the people of Newfoundland and Labrador, to know that the reason that they see that their culture is being exploited, you see these new, again, artisan companies, newfound soap and and newfound scents and the rock iceberg liqueur sets. It's white Ontario women who have been, it's white Ontario women who hate men because the man that they came down here with turned out to be an alcoholic, and now they are living out in the woods by themselves and they're voting Liberal or the NDP.
Danielle Smith has been pushing a lot of people towards the NDP out here by the looks of things I've seen online.
Yeah.
A lot of former conservative voters saying that they're done with conservatives. They're not voting Liberal, though. They're going straight to the NDP.
The NDP out west is way more popular than here.
It is. Apparently, the former mayor of Calgary, who's now the leader of the NDP,
yes.
He was voted the best mayor in Canada twice.
Oh my
or something like that.
Look, and then you got the guy down in New York, Mamdani or whatever his name is.
Mamdini or Mamdani.
Mamdani. Yeah. He balanced the budget in less than a year. He's socialist.
So he's so good.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to be a disaster. He's going to ruin the city." And
no, he's done so much good for New York so far. He's done so much good shit for New York so far.
I was watching a documentary about Rob Ford on YouTube.
Yes.
And the way that they spoke about him, people would be like, he's really smart, is the exact same way that they talk about Donald Trump now. The people that stick up for him, and even his detractors. They used to say that Rob Ford, his opinion would be whoever he happened to be speaking to last about a certain subject. That's what his opinion would be. And they say the exact same thing about Donald Trump. And so that's essentially what's been going on down in the States. So if you are a Republican down in the States, I would be losing a lot of hope, because I don't see a bright future for you guys once Donald Trump is done just completely annihilating your party.
Between California and New York, what's his name? Gavin Newsom and Mamdini. Between the two of them, I don't think the Republican Party has a chance in fucking hell come the next election.
No,
unless of course it's rigged.
Well, they got the midterms coming up, and the Republican side, the conservative side, are completely imploding now. I've been following it a lot and talking about it on my other channel. But far right people are going to be voting Democrats to be teaching the Republicans a lesson, because they're not happy about anything. And then the Daily Wire, which used to be the big conservative online channel, you talk about MrBeast numbers going down. These guys, they've dropped even more than 50% in the last couple of months because they're so pro-Israel. And so lines are being drawn now, and it's I'm so surprised. Like, for me, look, I get a kick out of Donald Trump, like I got a kick out of Rob Ford. But anybody who ever believed that Donald Trump believed in anything is a fool. The whole point of Donald Trump was that it was a joke, he's a joke, and it was to mess up the system down there, which he has done. But people are surprised that Donald Trump doesn't have any ideology. It's like, no, it's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. And I was, again, just trying to find a thing here from Fox News. I know, right? But Fox News actually has this really funny video online of its split screen. It's Trump in a split screen from before the Chinese visit and after the Chinese visit. And it's Trump just totally contradicting himself in everything he's saying, and they're going back and forth. And Fox News is doing this. I mean, they were supporting Trump forever. Yeah, it's actually Fox News doing this now. So if Fox News is making fun of Trump this bad, I mean, boy.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's a shame. I guess it's a shame. We'll see what happens. All he's really done is really lessened the Americans' sort of stranglehold on the world. Is that for better or for worse? I don't know. I mean, we're always attached to these guys, so we kind of need to hope that they're going to be as successful and as powerful as possible. Because as much as we want to be part of Europe, we're never going to be part of Europe. We're attached to North America. So we got to hope that things work out for him. But it seems like he is not going to be able to do that.
No.
Now, we were talking slightly there about the pro-Canada movement, and
yes, the Forever Canada petition. Yes,
I had noticed last week. You noticed, actually, you got something in the mail, right? About separatists, and it was essentially just like a link to a clothing store.
Basically, because the website, it wasn't updated for like, the last update I saw was 3 months, but most of the majority, the website wasn't updated for at least 5 months.
And how much, so like, I was taking a look at what they, about what they're offering, and it's, kind of overpriced junk, I guess, but these people, like all these groups, they managed to raise a ton of money.
Between fundraising and everything else, merchandise sales, the Forever Alberta, I think, what's the main Alberta Separatist movement party called? Whoever they are, they raised $1.3 million. $1.3 million.
It's insanity.
Like, where's the money coming from? Where's it going to? And why aren't they using that money to appeal the decision instead of our taxpayers' money to appeal the decision? Anyway.
Well, I mean, you know me. I saw you sent me that, and I took a look at their stuff, and I says to myself, there must be an opportunity here to make some money. And so I immediately went to the Shopify store and started a brand that is called Stand on Guard. I don't know if you've had a chance to take a look at the store yet.
I have not. Sorry, the name of the separatist party that made $1.3 million was the Alberta Prosperity Project.
Yes, the Prosperity Project, that's right. Okay, well, let's see. So I immediately went into creativity mode, and I thought, and I saw what the Prosperity Project has on the go, and it's not great creative. I didn't think there was anything that special going on. Let's see what I could do. You see that there?
I do see that.
So that's the Stand on Guard collection. And you see you can get the Stand on Guard t-shirt with the Mountie salute, which is the insignia. You can get the Stand on Guard round sticker.
Nice.
We got a True North here, True North sticker, True North snapback trucker hat, a couple of water bottles, a toque.
Nice.
There's nothing more Canadian than a toque.
No, sir.
And the highlight, which is the Stand on Guard True North hoodie. There you go. Handsome guy there. All in a variety of colors. Head on over. Show your support. I mean, what is it? There's like 400,000, 300,000, what was it, 450,000 voters?
450, yeah. People who signed the Forever Canada petition, 450.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that every one of these people should be buying our merchandise. If they truly...
I'm running to the store right now.
That's right. Show that you are pro-Canada. Or, much like the Separatists, they should be... You should be thrown out. You should be just straight up thrown out of the country. I want to say something more drastic, but I don't know if I would get thrown in jail.
Yeah, we'll keep it good. We'll keep it clean.
Appreciate that. So yeah, just go and get the moderately priced stuff in, and all manufacturers of this clothing line are Canadian, and all the money goes to a Canadian company. So
there you go.
Stand on guard. Stand on guard. If you're really Canadian,
guard.
It's time to stand on guard.
For thee.
Aaron, I got nothing else.
Sir.
I've spent it all. I got all my energy out. I got all my hate, my anger is out now. And I'm feeling pretty good. Do you have anything?
Next week is Double or Nothing. Yeah, next week, this weekend coming up. This is Monday. So Saturday and Sunday, we have AEW Double or Nothing. Sunday is WWE Clash in Italy.
Oh, wow.
Leave your predictions and your thoughts in the comments and on our webpage. Send them to us via message. We will read them on the air. But we are going to be taking a small sabbatical. There will be no live recording this week. I will be on vacation in British Columbia. So we are going to have a bunch of old school reels and flashbacks and classics from the old era here on the podcast. A bunch of interviews from Savio Vega and Ken Patera and just a bunch of other goodies. So keep an eye out for that.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that has been watching us and continues to ride or die with us on this journey as we take on everything that we can get our hands on here on the show. And until next week, please prepare for the worst. Hope for the best.
Cheers.